Today, we're talking about a recent release from Barrister and Mann Eigengrau, coming right up. Hello and welcome back to the Latherhog channel. I'm your host John, and today we have a artisan soap review, and we're covering none other than Eigengrau, a recent release from Barrister and Mann. This is a winter seasonal release from the artisan, and I'm going to come right out of the gate and say this is going to be a polarizing scent. If you'd like to help the channel, please like, share, and subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. These are all easy ways to support and grow the channel if you're enjoying what you're watching. First off, the pricing. The soap here is 4 ounces for $19.99, and the aftershave balm is also 4 ounces for $9.99. So a little bit behind the name, Eigengrau, which I looked up on Wikipedia, is a German word for dark light or brain gray. It's the uniform dark gray background that people report to see in the absence of light, whether that means closing your eyes, if you are outside, probably away from the city, and walking through a forest. All that's to say is that this scent is trying to transport you to the outdoors on a dark, cold winter's night. The artwork on the label of Eigengrau also does a great job in capturing that image, painting that picture for all to see. Just looking at the artwork here makes me want to pull on an extra coat, an extra sweater, or something to help warm me up. The official scent notes include heliotrope, iris, frigidaire, lichen, moss, vetiver, and fir needle. Let me take a quick sniff off the tub here and tell you what I get from my nose. Alright, so what I'm getting first and foremost is a punch of iris. And this is a floral that maybe not a lot of folks have a reference for. For anyone who is into men's fragrances at all, this immediately calls to mind Dior Homme or Valentino Uomo, both men's fragrances which kind of feature that really unique floral note. Although the classic Dior Fahrenheit does also use that note of iris. In Fahrenheit, it is kind of gasoline-like, leathery. This is not at all the iris that I'm getting from Eigengrau. It's much more formal. It's a really unique floral in that I don't think feminine is the right word to call it, but it's formal. Sometimes a Dior Homme in particular reminds people of lipstick. So kind of like a waxy, perfumey kind of scent. So that might be where the feminine label gets thrown in. After the iris, I would say is a powdery note, and underlying all of that is that fir needle. So kind of the pictures of a pine tree forest and whatnot. Now, cold air was one of the notes I mentioned as well on the official scent notes, and that is actually not referring to any kind of menthol or synthetic menthol. There's no cooling in this soap or in the post-shave version, but I think it's much more conceptual. It's something that you're supposed to call to mind in the combination of the scent notes. So if you're worried that this winter scent had any menthol or synthetic menthol in it, it's not there. So the scent strength on this one is about a 6 or 7 out of 10. I would say it's pretty robust. And it being a polarizing scent as well, I think it kind of buyer beware. If you can somehow smell this one, from a buddy or getting a sample, I think that'd be great. If you are familiar though with the fragrances I mentioned before, you at least have some touchstones as far as what iris smells like. Eigengrau is also featured in Excelsior, the most recent of Barrister and Mann soap bases. It's a very thirsty soap, so if it's your first time using it or you're just not all that familiar with it, I would say put plenty of water in it, because this one will really yield an excellent lather once properly hydrated as far as the slickness, post-shave, all that good stuff. So my final thoughts on Eigengrau. This is a like and not a love for me. This is one of those soaps which is so unique, so different from anything I've used, whether it's from Barrister and Mann or any other artisan. It's a good way to just bring some variety, but it might not be something necessarily for everyday use, at least for me. And who I would recommend this to mostly are people who are a little more adventurous as far as trying out different scents. Definitely for people who are into fragrances and a variety of men's fragrances. This one I think will be quite interesting for you. Those who just love the scent experience and just want to give something maybe a little challenging to their nose. I'd also love to hear from you guys in the comments below. Are you someone who goes after just different scents, challenging scents? Are you familiar with that iris note and have a different way of describing it? Let me know in the comments below, as I'd love to hear from you. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to today's soap review. I really hope that you found the information helpful. I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll catch you next time. Take care.